斗圣，真的很强吗？那就来试试先祖。
What will Xiao Yan's seventh heavenly flame be? That is an interesting question. After all, every time Xiao Yan devours a heavenly flame, his strength increases tremendously. And that is not all. After a new type of heavenly flame is added and fused with the others, the flame mantra evolves as well. The Buddha's Fury Flame Lotus can gain more petals, and its destructive power increases accordingly. So yes, every heavenly flame Xiao Yan obtains plays an extremely important role in his cultivation and future growth. For example, the last flame he devoured, the Purifying Lotus Demon Flame, increased his strength by 3 stars, allowing him to reach the level of a 5-star saint. In the world of experts, such a leap in power was practically unheard of. Indeed, a 5-star saint like Xiao Yan would be welcomed by any ancient clan with open arms. Any ancient clan would have been willing to do almost anything to recruit an expert of this level. But Xiao Yan had another reason for becoming stronger. Although Xiao Yan had reached the level of a 5-star saint, he still had not been able to save his father from the Hun clan. He had never considered storming into the territory of this powerful ancient clan. Not because he was afraid, but because he did not want the current Xiao clan to suffer because of his failure. If something happened to him, there would be no one left who could save his father or revive the Xiao clan. Therefore, he was unwilling to take such a risk until he had absolute confidence in victory. 5-star saint. This is still not enough. Xiao Yan's eyes flickered. With his current strength, he no longer needed to personally fear the Hall of Souls. However, the Hall of Souls was merely an external faction of the Hun clan. His true enemy was the most mysterious and powerful existence on the Do-Chi continent, the Hun clan and its leader, Hun Tiendi. A 5-star saint was considered an expert almost anywhere else. However, if someone wanted to openly oppose the Hun clan, this level of strength was still insufficient. In the past, Xiao Xian had possessed the strength of a 9-star saint, yet he had still ultimately died at the hands of the Hun clan. A mere 5-star saint could not possibly shake a gigantic beast like the Hun clan. Xiao Yan's expression involuntarily darkened after thinking about this. How could he become even stronger as quickly as possible? Unfortunately, Xiao Yan's options for obtaining another heavenly flame were becoming increasingly limited. Why? Xiao Yan had only recently devoured the Purifying Lotus Demon Flame. It ranked 3rd on the Heavenly Flame ranking and had become his 6th Heavenly Flame. What about the other Heavenly Flames? The 4th-ranked Heavenly Flame was in the hands of Gu Suner, while the 2nd-ranked Nihility Devouring Flame was already occupied by the Hun clan. Although we previously discussed the fact that it had betrayed Hun Tiendi, unfortunately, it would still never become Xiao Yan's Heavenly Flame. As for the flames ranked lower than 4th place, there was no longer much point in considering them. They were simply too weak for the current Xiao Yan. The result would be similar to what happened with the Sea Heart Flame, which Xiao Yan took from Mu Gu. It would provide practically no increase in his strength. Yes, if Xiao Yan began collecting lower-ranked heavenly flames, he might not even be able to increase his strength by a single star as a saint. Furthermore, we must not forget that almost all of the heavenly flames in the top 10 were already in the hands of powerful experts or ancient clans. This option was therefore eliminated as well. At the thought of this, Xiao Yan nearly wanted to cry. With his current strength, there were no longer many ways for him to rapidly increase his power. He had already obtained the Purifying Lotus Demon Flame. The 2nd-ranked heavenly flame had fallen into the hands of the Hun clan. As for the number 1 ranked heavenly flame, Xiao Yan bitterly laughed. This thing could not even be described with the simple words, divine object. Obtaining it was something that one could only dream about. I'm afraid I can forget about obtaining an even stronger heavenly flame. Xiao Yan quietly sighed. Suddenly, a flash of inspiration appeared in his heart. He waved his hand, and a piece of jade with an ancient aura appeared in his palm. The ancient god Tu Shi jade was covered with mysterious lines. In the middle of the jade, a tiny spot of light could be partially seen. That light showed that his father was still alive. This jade was naturally the ancient god Tu Shi jade that the Hun clan desperately desired to obtain. Yao Lao was also slightly startled when he saw Xiao Yan take out the jade. "Father, I have never forgotten about you." once I become strong enough, I will go to the Hun clan and save you without fail. Yes, that was right. Only the number 1 ranked Heavenly Flame remained. And according to the original story, Xiao Yan's 7th Heavenly Flame would indeed be the number 1 ranked Heavenly Flame. But why had Xiao Yan so easily dismissed the thought of obtaining this flame at first? The answer was simple. It was the Imperial Flame. Its original name carried the meaning of a supreme ruler, a sovereign, or even a godlike existence. The name could literally be understood as the flame of the emperor. It represented absolute authority over all other flames. It was a king to whom all the other 22 heavenly flames had to bow. According to the history of the world, thousands of years ago, a certain heavenly flame developed intelligence. It then spent 10,000 years devouring the other 21 heavenly flames ranked alongside it. After merging with all 22 heavenly flames, it evolved into the Imperial Flame and became the ancient god Tu Shi, the last human in thousands of years to reach the Do Di realm. Just think about what that means. A flame formed through the fusion of 22 different types of heavenly flames became the Imperial Flame. Regardless of its original ranking, if a heavenly flame were to devour the other 21 heavenly flames, it would eventually become the number 1 Imperial Flame. Therefore, in the official sense, the purifying lotus demon flame was the last heavenly flame that Xiao Yan devoured as an ordinary, separate flame. The number 1 flame would eventually belong to Xiao Yan. But that would only happen at the very end. This is a very interesting part of the story, especially the way Xiao Yan ultimately obtains it. We will definitely examine that in future videos. There are 23 types of heavenly flames in total. In one of our previous videos, we examined several flames from this ranking. However, the top 5 heavenly flames are the most impressive in terms of their abilities. After all, the higher a heavenly flame ranks, the more powerful it is. Let me remind you that the 5th ranked flame is the Life Spirit Flame, which possesses a bright green color. This flame is extremely unusual. Most types of heavenly flame are filled with destructive power. However, instead of specializing in destruction, the Life Spirit Flame is famous for its vitality and ability to create life. The vapor produced by this flame can accelerate the growth of magical herbs. It is even said that if seeds are thrown into the flame, they will sprout extremely quickly. In other words, someone who possesses this flame would no longer need to constantly search for magical herbs. An almost endless supply of ingredients could theoretically be produced from nothing more than seeds. The Life Spirit Flame is also known as the Flame of Longevity. Anyone who obtains this flame gains a lifespan comparable to that of spiritual beasts, which are famous for their extraordinary longevity. The only disadvantage of this flame is that it is not particularly suitable for combat. Therefore, it contributes relatively little to directly increasing battle power. At present, it is possessed by an interesting person from the Yao clan, the same ancient clan that Yao Lao originally came from. His name is Shen Nong. Although the name of this old man, Shen Nong, was not widely known, he was an extremely ancient expert in the world of alchemists. Even Yao Lao could be considered merely a junior compared to him. He is the possessor of the Life Spirit Flame. His strength has reached the level of a 6-star saint. In the Heavenly Flame ranking, apart from the Nihility Devouring Flame and the Purifying Lotus Demon Flame, the Golden Emperor Flame is considered one of the most powerful flames. However, its main difference from the 2nd and 3rd ranked flames is that it does not possess its own consciousness or soul. If the Golden Emperor Flame were to develop true consciousness during its long years of cultivation, then in terms of power, it would be in no way inferior to those 2 legendary flames. But why, among the many experts of the Gu clan, did the Golden Emperor Flame choose Suner as its owner? There are 2 reasons for this. First, the Golden Emperor Flame was sealed with a unique mark belonging to the Gu clan. This was done to turn the Golden Emperor Flame into the clan's inheritance and ensure that only members of the Gu clan could use it, making it much more difficult for outsiders to steal. Suner's fate was extraordinary. She was the only person in the clan to possess the 7-colored clan mark, a symbol of divine blood. This created a natural affinity between her and the Golden Emperor Flame. As a direct descendant of an ancient clan, Suner became the Golden Emperor Flame's preferred candidate. Second, Suner's personality was extremely similar to the nature of the Golden Emperor Flame. The 2 complemented each other perfectly. The Golden Emperor Flame was naturally willful and unwilling to submit to anyone. When Gu Suner formed a contract with it, only a manifestation of the flame existed within her body. This manifestation was much easier to control and subdue. Although Sooner was still young at the time, she had already been recognized as one of the most outstanding geniuses with awakened Do Di bloodline. Because of this, the flame was more willing to submit to her. Furthermore, her strong will and proud nature allowed her to display enough strength and confidence to earn the recognition of the Golden Emperor Flame. It was no wonder that Gu Sooner was incredibly powerful with such a flame. She easily crushed her enemies during the Ice River Valley's attack. In fact, she did not even need to become a Do Zun to fight experts of that level. Her flame possessed an extremely high temperature and terrifying destructive power. It could burn everything, even space itself. If such a powerful flame were to fall into the hands of an enemy, the consequences would be catastrophic. Moreover, the Imperial Flame was not merely a source of destructive power. It also contained a unique power of law. This power allowed it to ignore certain spatial restrictions during battle and create the effect of a sudden, unexpected attack against its enemy. When fighting against a Do Zun, or even an expert stronger than a Do Zun, this flame could directly penetrate space and inflict damage. This was one of the most important reasons why even the strongest experts on the Do Chi continent feared it. What else can be said? The Imperial Flame truly deserved its 4th place in the Heavenly Flame ranking. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll see you all next time.